What is going on, guys? It's Jack with Adventures with BeeGee, and I'm here with our Prepper Gearbox of August. Should be August. I don't remember what day it is. I'm crazy like that. I've been working all kinds of crazy hours, but let's get into this thing. I am excited about this one. I already got into it because I cannot control myself. But let's get into my favorite part. I really like this part of it. Is how to identify and test edible plants. This is a very important one. And this is a really good card to go over and practice. Now, you shouldn't do any of this on your own, probably without a actual herbalist, I think is the right term. That might not be the right term, but you want an expert. So if you're going to go learn this stuff, you want an expert. You don't want to go eating whatever off the ground because this card says it probably is okay. So, and I know a good rule of thumb in survival is if you can't 100% identify it, you probably shouldn't eat it because it is just so dangerous eating wild edibles. But if it's life or death, sometimes it's worth the risk. But this is a nice little refresher or a good step in that direction, so you can get some get a little bit of information, do some research online, especially about your area or the area you're going to, which is big different because in Texas you drive 30 minutes and the geography changes completely. Let alone you drive 6 hours, which is quarter way across our state. We're pretty big, so we got a lot of ranges from desert to swamp, and so you want to make sure to research that just in case. But this is a nice little tip right there. But love those things. It's my greatest. It's my favorite part. Let's get into this. So, oh, cool. Light My Fire Titanium Spork. Is this a knife one? It does. It's got the little serrated knife. I've got a cricket tool, I think is what they call it, cricket eating tool. And I really like that a lot. I think it's a little bit heavier than I thought it was going to be, actually. The spoon's a little got some weight on it. Got a little serrated knife. I always carry 2 blades on me at all times, so that's not really a thing for me. Honestly, if it was just titanium spoon, I'd be okay with it. It's probably why I like the cricket tool so much, because it's mostly spoon, spork style with can opener. So it's more my speed than it's tiny. Although this thing, getting in like Mountain House bags or Wise or Backpackers, whatever, I forget that brand, getting down in that bag, this is the way to go. I cannot use a cricket tool for that. I have to cut it open and lick it like an animal. Sometimes I eat like a caveman, I'm sorry guys. But I remember getting Jarrett one of these for birthday or something. I think when they first came out, and they were super cool. So I'm happy I got one of those. It's always good to have around. That'll probably stay at home base for zombie apocalypse. That way I can get down on those bags just in case. Next we got a Wildo Casa mug. I went over these briefly, and this mug is apparently super durable, all kinds of cool. It's a cup. Apparently you can dig with it too if you had to, which is really cool. I don't know why you'd want to dig with your eating tool, because you could say you're going to dig a latrine, but I mean at that point you don't really want to eat out of it. But it's a little big for me. I prefer the little squishy bowls. I cannot remember what brand that make those. But this is a really cool item. I mean, if I can dig with it and eat with it, and I don't know, they might have told me some other cool stuff you can do with it. Collect stuff, but I mean, if I was going to collect berries, honestly, I would just roll my shirt up, like so, and collect them. I doubt I'd use that. I mean, if I had it, I would. That's probably going to go at base camp too, because that's more of a stay at one place tool, in my opinion. I I just don't want to carry that. It's a little bulky. I probably could and probably be fine. I mean, you could store stuff inside of it. Like my Cricut tool could go inside of it. My stove can probably fit inside of it. Something else could probably, lighter, fuel blocks. If you use little fuel blocks, probably your alcohol. If you use alcohol stoves, you probably get a little cover for it. The only thing is that, another thing is that, so you still have to carry a thing to boil your water normally, unless you use unless you eat food that doesn't require boiling water, then you probably don't need it. But we do, and that's our primary way of eating, is boiling water to freeze-dried foods. So I'd still have to carry another actual cup style thing, which at that point I would just use that as a cup, or bring one of those collapsible cups. I really like the collapsible things. They're super cool for me, especially now they make them with metal bottoms, so you can actually boil in them. I don't know if I trust them that much, because I have horrible luck, guys. But let's keep going. We got this survival bag. I'm super excited about this because this is also going to go in Zombie Apocalypse. And slowly, I'm building one. Hopefully we'll get a video, and hopefully I can do a whole blog review. Not review, but blog post about our super sweet Zombie Apocalypse setup to help you guys prepare for the Zombie Apocalypse, because it's coming. But this is one of those things. Texas, luckily, we don't really get cold that often. So this will be nice. Like, if you had to go forage for food in a Zombie Apocalypse and it was cold, you could carry this. And if you got stranded somewhere, which might happen in Zombie Apocalypse, you could just bust this bad boy out, find a safe spot, bust this out, crawl in, stay warm for the night, and then when it gets daytime, you can fight your way out of the zombies and get home back to base camp. But it's compact, lightweight, wind resistant. They're not that expensive on their own. $12 retail, give or take. 15 probably with shipping. But fully 36 inch by 84 inch. So I always have a problem because I'm 6 foot. Even my sleeping bag does it. It'll come up to here, right below my collarbones, and won't go any farther. And I know it's not that big of a deal, but it bothers me beyond belief. If I had a pet peeve, that's what it would be. It is not covering right here. But if it's 84 inches, it should cover me completely. Or completely enough. And this one's green, which is good for Zombie Apocalypse. They also make an orange one. Apparently orange and silver, like the regular Mylar blankets, which you should always get for your Zombie Apocalypse. They're really good for a lot of things. Lightweight, maybe a pound, maybe. I don't know what to tell me. Does not. For you people who don't use inches, it's 90 centimeters by 213 centimeters. I'm from Texas, so we don't know metric system. In fact, half of us barely know it exists, unfortunately. But let's keep going. This polySTRIKER, which is apparently really cool. It's really small. I really like that. Normally when you, like the Bear Grylls one, the fire steels are like giant things, and they don't really give you that much. They might give you a whistle or something. But apparently they tested out with a local Boy Scout group. Oh, I'm sorry, this thing's $9. This is $12. Sorry. I'm a bit of a dummy sometimes. Get that box out of here. This is $12, which really isn't that expensive for either one. That's even cheaper than I thought it was. But, yeah, they tested out with a local Boy Scout group, and apparently it worked really well, which is really cool that they did that. I fully support the Boy Scouts, because that's their first stepping stone to learn how to do cool things outdoors. And cool things outdoors are the way to go. But it's tiny. The steel fits inside the rod handle, which is super nice, and it looks like it fits in there pretty good and pretty snug. Really cool, and it gives you up to 1,000 strikes, which that's quite a few strikes, especially if you carry other methods of fire. Like I carry not only do I carry a fire steel, which I'll probably switch to this one. I had a Light My Fire one, I think Light My Fire Scout 2.0, I think that's what it was. I got it in the Prepper Gearbox, I believe. That's normally what I've been carrying. I'll probably switch it out with this one because it's smaller, but I also carry that little, I'm sorry guys, I can't remember what it is, the little pill bottle that twist up, and it's got a wick with lighter fluid inside of it. I carry that, and I also carry a standard lighter for food stuff. Just a regular Bic 50-cent lighter just to light the stoves, and so I don't have to waste any of my survival gear. But this is a really cool box. I really like it. I'll probably put that Light My Fire in the Zombie Apocalypse base camp, which is pretty much just in our garage. I gotta be careful about that though, because it gets hot in Texas, and we don't want any stuff melting or getting damaged. So, thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to let us know what you think, and don't forget to join us on our next adventure.